Hello, students. One type of problem that can be solved using rational equation is the work problems, which involves finding the rates at which people can perform a given task individually or as a group. To solve work problems, find the fractional part of the job done by each individual. Consider the following guidelines. First, if a person can finish a task in T hours, then he or she can finish X over T of the task in X hours. Second, if a person A can finish A over T of a task in a certain amount of time, and another person B can finish B over T of the same task in the same amount of time, then they can do A plus B all over T of the task in the given amount of time if they work together. Let's try this first problem. Patrick can landscape a yard by himself in 6 hours. Sherwin can landscape the same yard by himself in 12 hours. If they work together, they can landscape the yard in T hours. How much time will it take Patrick and Sherwin to landscape the yard together? Let's understand the problem. So we have Patrick needs 6 hours to finish landscaping by himself, which implies that he can do 1 over 6 of the job in 1 hour. Similarly, Sherwin can landscape the yard by himself in 12 hours, so he can do 1 over 12 of the job in 1 hour. In the same manner, Patrick and Sherwin can finish landscaping in T hours if they work together. Thus, they can do 1 over T of the job in 1 hour. So to set up the working equation, we add the individual work rates of Patrick and Sherwin. Okay, so we obtain the equation 1 over 6 plus 1 over 12 is equal to 1 over t, where 1 over 6 is the time taken by Patrick, 1 over 12 is the time taken by Sherwin, and 1 over t is the time taken if both do the work together. So based on this equation, this is the work rate to do a certain task in 1 hour. So to solve this rational equation, we need to find its LCD first. So our denominators are 6, 12, and t. So our LCD now is 12t. Next is, we need to multiply both sides of the equation by the LCD to clear the denominators. So here in this case, we need to apply distributive property, especially on the left-hand side of the equation since there is an operation addition. So we have now this equation. So we apply distributive property to break down these expressions here. So based from this equation, we can now simplify it to, we have 2t plus t is equal to 12. Now 2t plus t, that is 3t, is equal to 12. So to solve the variable t, we need to divide both sides by 3. So our value of t now is 4. So we can now conclude that Patrick and Sherwin can finish the job in 4 hours if they work together. In such a problem, the time required to complete a job together is always less than the time needed by any of the individuals working separately. So it is really important to help one another to lessen the number of hours to do a certain task. Let's try this second problem. Andrea can clean the house in 3 hours. When she and her younger sister Cheska work together, it would take them 2 hours. How many hours will it take Cheska to do the same job alone? So, to understand the problem, we have Andrea can clean the house in 3 hours, which implies that she can clean 1/3 of the house in 1 hour. Similarly, when she and her younger sister Cheska work together, it would take them 2 hours. It means that if they work together, they can clean 1/2 of the house in 1 hour. Next, Cheska can clean the house in T hours, meaning she can clean 1 over T of the house in 1 hour. So to set up the working equation, we need to add their individual work rates for 1 hour. So we have now the equation 1 over 3 plus 1 over t is equal to 1 over 2, wherein 1 over 3 here is the time taken by Andrea, 1 over t is the time taken by Cheska, wherein we need to find the number of hours if Cheska will just do it alone, and then 1 over 2 is the time taken if both of them work together. So to solve this rational equation, first we need to find its LCD. So the LCD of the denominators 3, the variable t, and 2 is 6t. So we need to multiply both sides of the equation by the LCD. So here we apply distributive property to break down expressions. So we have 60 times 1/3 plus 60 times 1 over t is equal to 1 over 2 times 6t. So to simplify this equation, we have now 2t plus 6 is equal to 3t. Then combine like terms, we have 2t minus 3t is equal to negative 6. And then negative t is equal to negative 6. So our value of t now is equal to 6. Therefore, we can conclude that if Cheska will just clean alone the house, it took her 6 hours to do the certain task. So for our last example, Ryan can clean their family van in 3 hours. Wes can clean the same van for 2 hours. Working together, how long will it take them to clean their family van? So I will let you answer this for practice purposes and be sure to get an answer of 1 hour and 12 minutes. If you have other concern, feel free to message your teacher. That would be all for today. Thanks for watching.